Hi, this is my submission for the take-home exam of Ecological Engineering with regards to the urban living streams. So with the first part, in detailing the ecosystem services the stream provides and the impacts it will have, I've broken up the main types of ecosystem services into four main categories, and those are supporting services, provisional services, regulating services, and cultural services. So I'll first go into the supporting services, and these are nutrient recycling, biologically mediated habitats, and primary production. Nutrient recycling is the movement of nutrients from organism to organism and therefore ecosystem to ecosystem. We can put it like how the urban living stream will be fed by a river, and that river will be fed by an ocean. And in this vast ocean, there will be a lot of minerals and nutrients, usually in the form of phosphorus and nitrogen and carbon. Now, these minerals and nutrients will be consumed by microorganisms, and these organisms will eventually flow back into the stream. As the microorganisms go through their life cycle and eventually die and decompose, these nutrients are passed on and allow other organisms such as plants to flourish. All organisms need energy, and this nutrient transfer is the basis of most life on Earth. Next are biologically mediated habitats. These can be natural shelters and habitats that not only provide food and protection, but allow the interaction between wide varieties of organisms and species. A common example of this is coral reefs, which protect and feed marine life in their early stages. With regards to the living streams, these would be mangroves and water-based plants such as reeds. Another important supporting ecosystem service is primary production. This refers to direct energy production methods such as photosynthesis and chemosynthesis. Photosynthesis being the production of glucose and oxygen, which all animals need to survive, and chemosynthesis is the production of glucose via chemical means, usually by bacteria. In the living stream, it will mostly be photosynthesis, because chemosynthesis occurs around thermal and methane vents in deep sea situations where there's hardly any sun. These supporting services provide the means by which all other ecosystem services are derived. These supporting services can be summarized as the production, the cultivation, and the transfer of energy, which have an indirect impact on humans. Next, I'll move on to the regulating services. These include climate regulation, wastewater treatment, and buffer zones. Now with climate regulation, the stream will have an effect on the surrounding climate. The plant life will soak up greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, and methane. Through this reduction of greenhouse gases, the evaporation, and the redistribution of heat via convection currents, the stream will have a cooling effect. During colder times, the stream can retain more heat due to the higher specific heat capacity of the water compared to the surrounding soil. In effect, the stream will act as a natural climate control, cooling in summer and warming in winter, making the surrounding areas much more comfortable. Next is waste treatment. Marine ecosystems, such as a stream, also have a cleansing effect. Through the various microorganisms, bacteria, and fine sediments, they are able to break down chemicals and toxins, filtering the water. Through constant water flow, these systems can aid in the neutralization and regulation of harmful substances, as well as diseases. Now on to buffer zones. Living streams can be buffer zones for natural hazards such as storms and floods. These systems can support vegetation which will hold together sediment to act as a natural sponge for the force of high winds and the excess floodwaters. The regulating services provided by the living streams are able to keep us comfortable, keep us healthy, and protect us from dangers. The main provisioning service provided by living streams is fresh water. Water flows from oceans to rivers to living streams and eventually will flow into underground reservoirs. This fresh water is essential to our survival and the survival of all other plants and animals. This flow path of water allows it to be filtered and cleansed on the way, providing us with fresh water. This fresh water will eventually provide for crops and livestock, in turn sustaining humans. Provisioning services relate to the products that are provided by natural systems. Besides that of fresh water, there are other marine type provisional services that seem more applicable to larger bodies of water, such as rivers and oceans rather than living streams. These are marine products such as fish for food, raw materials such as hides for clothing, construction lime from coral reefs, and oil, gas, wind and hydro energy production. There is also the use of biochemical compounds for medicines, pharmaceuticals and cosmetics. Although I would suppose it wouldn't be unusual to see some Estee Lauder scientist fishing around in a live stream for some kind of revitalizing anti-aging reed face mask thing. So lastly, I'll go into the cultural services provided by the living streams. Now, these are non-material benefits, so they're rather hard to put a monetary value against. Now, I believe there is a mental health aspect to the living stream. So these urban living streams may provide mental relaxation, creating a calming effect from the flowing water. This could also relate to the possible spiritual significance of the stream, which is also evident in Chinese feng shui philosophy, which dictates that the correct balance of certain base elements, such as water, earth, wood and metal, may aid in a harmonious existence. These streams can also provide inspiration for visual and musical artworks. Now, through the natural aesthetic, I believe that the living streams can provide a tourist spot and places of recreation where people can relax and de-stress from stressful days at work. There's also a science and education aspect of the natural living stream. Due to the intricacies of these natural systems that we still completely not yet understand, there's opportunities for research and study into their inner workings. Now that summarizes my answers for part 1 of the take-home exam, which is about detailing the ecosystem services and their impacts. So part 2 is listed in the PDF I'm submitting. So with all those various figures tallied up, it's going to equate to about 1.12 billion that the stream provides. You can have a look at these figures in the PDF. So for part 3 of the take-home exam, I want to summarize the main benefits on livability provided by the urban living streams. So number 1, the reduction of greenhouse gases and the improvement of air quality via the absorption effect of the plant life supported by the streams. Number 2 is the promotion of public health through not only through that air purification effect, but also the waste and toxin treatment of the streams. So 3, there's also a mental health improvement side of them through the creation of recreation opportunities and the relaxation and de-stressing effect of the environment. Now 4 is the creation of research opportunities to take advantage of hefty government grants, as well as the inspiration opportunities for artworks spurred on by the comforting natural aesthetic of the living streams. 5 is the comfort and cost saving provided by the natural climate regulation of the stream. So it's keeping you cooler in summer and warmer in winter and saving your wallet. So number 6 is the security against natural disasters offered by the buffer zone effect of the stream and the vegetation it holds. Number 7 would be the cheaper fresh water created by the free filtering and purification of the stream. Number 8 would be the influx of tourists attracted by the stream, and this offers an economic boost to local businesses. Number 9 would be the free natural fertilization of gardens provided by the nutrient transport through soils provided by the stream. And lastly would be the free pest control created by the support of ecosystems with food chains to control pest numbers. So those are all 3 parts of my take-home exam. The references will also be provided at the end of the PDF. Thank you for listening.